Hey, this is Joe Price. We just set up a brand new project in Uruguay. We added about 364,000 people to the family tree using records that had 3 or more people in them. So now we have these little seedlings on the tree, and what we're going to have volunteers now do is do some follow-up work on those seedlings by attaching additional hints or doing duplicates. In this video, I'm going to show you how to work on the duplicates. Here, let me share my screen. And again, remember, merging duplicates is one of the harder things we do on Family Search, and it's also one of the things we need to be the most careful about. So you should always feel comfortable skipping. You can see here I've already skipped half of the ones that I've tried. Okay, so once you're in the sheet, you can just fill in your name. So I just write in Joe Price, and then if you want, you can decide how many you want to check out. Okay, then you click on this link right here, and now here you are in the merge duplicate screen. Okay, so you can see here, this person is Patrona Ramirez, her husband's Encelao Ramirez, Wencelo. Okay, so those are a little bit different, but still could be very similar. The other thing is when you look here, it doesn't have any of the places listed. So one trick I like to do is I like to open this person in a new window and then open this person in a new window. And what that allows me to do then is to see more info about them. And so you can see here, okay, so they were, their birth registration was in Florida. And then right here, you can see that their birth registration was in Florida. The other thing I can also do is maybe expand out or attach sources to both sides of the duplicate, and maybe that'll help me clarify some things. So you can see here, actually, this was really helpful. Do you see how right there it says Wencelo? So I think actually that makes me a lot more confident now about my original duplicate, because you can see that this is definitely the same record. This is definitely the same person. So now I'm more confident in the fact that those two names are probably the same. The other thing here is obviously along the way, any cleaning you want to do on the tree is great. So, Latin America people have, I put it in the wrong spot. There we go. So she actually has 2 surnames, which is very common in Latin America. Okay, so let's go back to the original duplicate. Now that I've kind of resolved that, then I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable doing this merge. Okay, so now we just merge the mom, and then we always want to merge the whole family. So now what we're going to do is take the dad, and right here. Now notice Family Search is not flagging this one as a duplicate. So what I had done is I'd copied the dad's PID on the previous page, and then I'll do the merge for the dad. Okay, so now everything is merged. And so let's think about what the result of our merge was. Basically, we had 2 siblings on the tree with their parents. We merged the parents, and so now that family is all together in one place. You should also feel comfortable doing any of these additional hints. Anything we can do to expand out this little seedling would be great. So here we have this record. Now this is pretty interesting because, my guess is there's probably like an indexing error here, but I'm going to still just leave this one untouched. And then do you see all these people down here? Our hope is that in the future, maybe these records could be indexed so that we know which is the paternal grandmother, which is the paternal grandfather, because these baptism records are really fantastic for creating 3-generation families. Okay, but in terms of our immediate task, yes, we've merged the duplicate. And then one thing I like to do is maybe pull this down and then just close all those windows. Okay, let's try another family. Okay, so here we have, so we have a woman, Paula Figueroa, and here we have Paulina and Paula, and Manuel Gutierrez. Okay, let's open these up. Okay, because again, when I click on the person, I can't really see any of the places because it's down here as a registration. So you can see here's a death registration for Montevideo, and then here's a birth registration for Florida. Okay, so let's kind of recap. We have like the mother's first name's off a little bit, the father's last name is off a bit, and then we don't really have a place match for the kids. So for this one, I'm just going to put a 0.5. I don't feel as confident in doing that one, but maybe maybe once we attach more sources, it could become more possible. So let me just see if we have additional sources for this family. So let's take a look at Manuel. Okay, so here we have, this looks like an additional record, though. So you can see here that the birth, now this is the birth listed on her death record. So that's probably likely her, but I'm just kind of with this family, I think I'm going to just pause for now. And that's totally fine. We would much rather, make changes to the tree that we're confident about than to maybe change things we're not as confident about. Okay, notice this one here. This is a super easy merge. You can see that we have a birth date, exact match, exact name match. Oh, okay, now here's one challenge. Let's just see. Okay, we do have one challenge here, which is over here. We got Entre Rios, Argentina, and over here we have Florida, Uruguay. Now these things are really close to each other. I still would just be a little nervous about doing this match across countries, especially with a very common name like that. So again, I'm going to put in this, and I'll put in birth date matches plus name. Birth date, we'll go birth date plus name matches, but two different countries, albeit very close, albeit next to each other. So that note is fine. I just, with these duplicates, we'd much rather skip rather than bring together two people that aren't the same person. Okay, so here we have, over here we have their, okay, let's take a look at these. So let's see. Okay, so we've got a birth date on him. He's born in Italia. This one was born in Uruguay. The dad's name's the same. Over here we have a maiden name. Yeah, this one again, I'm gonna skip on this one. Okay. And just to give you context on these duplicates, of the people we added to the tree, about 6% had possible duplicates. So what you're seeing here is that actually a lot of these might not even be duplicates. They can sometimes be a little challenging to decide. Let's take a look. Okay, so again, I opened this up so I could see we got Montevideo. Now half the country lives in Montevideo, and Florida is about 2 hours away. So again, for this one, what I might do is I might just do the little trick where I'll just grow out both sides, and then maybe that'll help me add in more info. Okay, actually, this is great to show this. This will be my last example, just so you can kind of see this. These are fantastic records. These are marriage records. We could not use the automated tool on those because you can see here that Violetta, even though she's listed on the record as the wife, was not given a gender. So we couldn't use our automated tool on her because we can't like just impute gender with the tools we have because of the way we use SourceLinker. But you can, when you're doing it by hand, you can put in that she's female, you can create a new person. So that's great. So now she's on the tree with her husband. So Maximo, who was on the tree, now has a wife. And then the other cool thing is you can now change the focus person. So we're going to hit change focus person. And now we're looking at Violetta, and now we can add in her father. So what we just did is we took that little seedling that had 3 people in it, and we just expanded it out. So now that it has 6. Okay, so that's how the duplicates will work. So again, on this one, I'm going to put in a 0.5. And then if I check out more than I can do, I'll just delete these. And you can see here that we're going to be skipping a lot. And I should totally feel comfortable skipping. We'd much rather not merge together 2 people that are different. And honestly, as we attach more sources to these families, it'll become more clear which ones are true duplicates and which ones are not. So thanks for helping with this project. I hope this video was helpful. Again, this task of merging duplicates is for people with advanced experience with family history. Let's be really careful with this. Let's look for the true duplicates and merge those. But let's just be really careful that we don't munge together distinct families. Thanks for helping.